I am going to start the challenge, the 50 stack challenge that Amy from Crafty Cat issued, is hostessing. I think this is week 7 or 8. I'm not sure. Anyway, the prompt for the next, for number 13, is thread. So I thought, thread? I'm going to do something with thread. So I have an envelope, a junk mail envelope. PBS wanted me to renew my membership. I didn't. I'll tell you why. Because they promised me I would get access to PBS Passport and thousands of clips, or sorry, thousands of shows and yada yada yada. I got almost nothing, because their idea of thousands of videos is like 30-second clips of commercials. Yeah, I was not impressed, so I will not be renewing. How rude. How rude of me. So I, instead, I subscribe to PBS Masterpiece. So I'm sure they get their funding from that as well. So I'm going to turn this over. This little hand towel was given to me by Val, who I featured in a video earlier. I'm going to try to keep this square. And I'm just going to cut some of this off, so it's a little more manageable. The prompt for number 14 is corrugated cardboard, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. That's not something I've ever used in paper crafting. And if there's going to be bulk, I want it to be fancy bulk. I don't want it to be cardboard. Okay. I think what I will do is cut this down a bit so that it could be, maybe a flip. I mean, I could even use that fabric as the flippy part. I wish I had thought about that and left it longer before I did that, but there you go. Oh well. I can't find my rotary cutter. Let me go look for my rotary cutter. Okay. So this is about 7 inches. So I'm going to cut it like a 1/4 inch beyond. Beyond the embroidery. shifted a bit, but hopefully that'll be fine. Sorry if my head was in there. I'll leave that like that for a second. I'm just going to square this up a bit. It's a little crooked. Okay. Just trying to decide how I want to play this. Okay, I'm going to cut this open just a smidge. Like that. Okay, now that this is open, I am going to sew around the perimeter. Okay. I got the wrong color of thread in, of course. So just a minute. Okay, that's sewn. I'm going to choose a picture from this book, Victorian Flower Album by Henry Terry. Hopefully I can find something that will... Yeah, that's kind of purpley, right? We'll have one more look until I find something else purpley. Okay, that's something else purpley. I don't like it as well. Okay, I'll look a little more. No, nothing. Okay, stop. I feel like the next best thing is right around the corner. So this is going to go right there. Maybe I'll lift it up a bit so the page number doesn't show. Oh, come on. Okay. I believe I'm going to sew around this. I am really shaking the stable. I'm so sorry. That's sewn. Just a little ink. Now, I salvaged the very ends of the envelopes. I'm going to cut one of the tips off of each of them. And then I will use these to close the envelope back up. How about I put this down first? Yeah, it's a little bit long. Oh, the TV just went on. Hang on. I'd paused a show on Netflix, so I guess it was paused so long it decided that it needed to offer me some more suggestions. But I'm okay, Netflix. Alrighty, I'm happy with that. So I think when the time comes to use this, make sure that's all glued down good. I will tape it into a book page, and then I'll have this pocket to use. Okay, so there is 13. Now I gotta go find some cardboard. All right, let's see how this is gonna go. I'm not sure. So I've got some cardboard and I've torn the paper off and kind of stretched this bit out a bit. And I have this envelope. So this had a stamp collection in it. So I'm going to cut it down a smidger, clearly. I want to make a square pocket. So I hate this ruler so much. Okay. So the distance from the edge to the interior of that window, more or less 3/4 of an inch. Oh, come on. So I don't know if you remember or not, when I did my book haul the other day, I found a book about ferns, and I found an actual dried fern. So what I'm going to do is a double window. Oh man, I'm dropping stuff. Like that. And so my idea is that I will put the dried fern in between the two layers. Does that sound good? Reasonable? Good? Let's do it. Probably like that. And I'm just gonna put a couple splotches. Because I don't want the fern to fall down. Or if one of the leaf thingies breaks away from the stem, I don't want it to go missing. And there's no telling how old this is. Anything could happen. Okay. Need a little bit of tape. I'm gonna have to go find some tape. Okay, I let this overhang a little bit, so it's gonna need some trimming. So I'm just going to secure that at the bottom so it doesn't move. And then there we go. Okay. Going to, whoops. Don't get carried away there, Nance. I don't want the tape to show. And I'm guessing it must be a little more than 3/4 of an inch. And that way, when this is used as a pocket, the edge of the window isn't going to interfere with it coming in and out, the tag or journaling, whatever. Okay. I'm going to trim this extra off. Now, for the back, of said pocket, like right now you can see some of the white glue, but it will dry. Okay, so for the back of the pocket, I'm going to use a piece of this encyclopedia. Gosh, it's hard to pick a side. My idea is that if there's nothing in the pocket, it'll look like a bunch of ferns, and when there's something in the pocket, then you'll be able to tell that there's a fern in the window. Does that make any sense? That didn't even sound like English. All right. So I'm going to cut that. Okay. Okay. Now, what am I going to do for the outside? Outside of the pocket. Well, let's see what else we got here. That's not going to work. Oh, I don't think these are going to work either. But it might, like, having the dark might. This is an old National Geographic. see. Ooh. Oh, it's too green. I was going to say if I could open up this envelope and then cover the front paper with this, but it's too green. That's not going to work. You're too small. Oh wait, what's this? Okay, I think I can work with this. So, I'm going to cut the bottom off. Okay. So we know that the window is 3/4 of an inch. Right? So I am going to draw I'm going to draw 7/8. Okay. Now, same thing here. I'm going to do 7/8 here. Now the window itself is about 4 by 4. Okay. Oh, I cut too far. I only wanted to go as far as the... It's okay. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. If it's truly messed up, I have a spare. Okay. I don't think I like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find some paper that's this color. Ish. Close to that color anyway. Well, let's do this. Overall, this thing is 5.5 by 5.5, more or less. So I'm going to cut it 5 3/4, just to allow some overage. And it's also 5 3/4-ish. I think I'm going to tear like that. Just going to make it just a little more angled. Okay. Let's try this again. So I'm going to do 7/8 from that edge, and sorry, yeah, 7/8, 7/8 from that edge. Now, Nancy, do not cut beyond the line. Okay. I mean, alternately, I could just tear it out, and that might be what I'm going to do. So I'll give you a little update on my tent city. So, as we know, yesterday was the first day of fall, and Mother Nature got the memo because it was cold yesterday. Now, Wednesday was raining, but it was still warm. It was like in the upper 20s. So I don't even know what to think that is. That's probably like 80s, in the 80s in the Fahrenheit scale on Wednesday. And then yesterday it was a high of 12, which is low 50s, and a low of 2, which is about 36, maybe 35, 36 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. It was cold. So Tuesday, I told you we're involved in litigation, and that I'm involved in that litigation. I had sworn an affidavit. I'd actually sworn 3 affidavits, if I'm going to be honest. I like it. Or should I do it this way? Not sure. Maybe I will do it up and down. Anyway, so I was cross-examined on Tuesday by the applicant's solicitor, and I was scared to death because I'm a person who, when I'm angry, I cry. So I was afraid he was going to make me really angry. And our lawyers prepped me for the cross. And they're like, oh, you're going to be fine. You're going to be great. Just answer the question that's being asked. Don't explain more than you need to. If it's something that you don't know, then say, I don't know. You can say that's out of my area of expertise. You can say that's information that's not relevant to my role. Don't give an opinion. Don't speculate. Just talk about what you know. Sure, I can do that. So I got through it. Barely. I felt like I was being very adversarial because the applicant's solicitor kept saying to me, well, it's your belief, it's your opinion. And I would say, it's not an opinion, it's a conclusion based in my observations and my professional judgment. And yeah, I told Doug all about it anyway. And he said, well, why didn't you ask him? Blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, that's not exactly how it works, Doug. I was there to answer questions, not ask them. So I got done, and our 2 lawyers met me in the hallway. They're like, you did great. And I said, well, I felt really kind of like a cranky pants. And they said, no, you did really well, blah, blah, blah. And then they started talking to each other. He's probably going to make a motion to strike all of her evidence and her affidavit and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. Well, that made me mad, and I burst into tears. Because there is nobody, and I'm not bragging, I'm just telling the facts as they are. There is nobody that knows more about that encampment than me. I am the one who spends the most time there. I know the people. I understand what's going on. I have relationships with these folks. There's no reason that my opinion shouldn't be considered factual. And that's what I said to him. I said, this isn't in the ether. This isn't a theory. I'm telling you what happens. Like, you big jerk. No, I didn't say big jerk. Okay. We like that. We like that. Should we do a little thumb hole? We should. Okay. And you're thinking, all right, Nancy, when's the cardboard come in? Here it comes. Okay, I'm going to glue that on. Now I need another fern. Anyway, so all of our computers are being switched over to new computers this week. So mine was next to be done. And I said, well, I've got a Zoom call at 1. I'm going home and I'll do my Zoom call from home. So as I was leaving, I stopped at a thrift store, which I do at least once a week, this particular one, just to check in and see if they have any tents. And they did have one. There's more to the story, but that's the short version. Yes, they had a tent. And when they found out what the purpose of the tent for, and I also burst in tears in the middle of the store. You know how it is. You know how it is. They gave me the tent for free. They sent me over to their other store where they have clothing and house goods, housewares and stuff, and told me to get a cart and load it up. And the manager was going to go over to the store and meet me there and help me. And because I said I had been through a rotten morning, and now I know the weather's changing, and I was afraid my people were going to be cold, and so he met me over at the store, and I mean, I did not clear their shelves. I mean, I wasn't greedy, but I did choose some like sweatpants and hoodies and some hats, winter hats, and things like that. A couple of coats, some sleeping bags. Now I want to wrap this in some string or something. Here's some string. I'm just going to tape one end of it down. And then he took me out to the back and he said, here's this big bin here, and I believe there's more sleeping bags in here, so take a look. So another volunteer that worked there helped me, and I found another few sleeping bags. And then he said, there's no charge, just meet me at the back door and we'll load up your car. Well, I drive a Buick Encore, and I put down the seats, and my car was loaded from floor to ceiling. I was so thrilled. So I went to the encampment then. Needless to say, I never did get to my Zoom call. I went to the encampment and got everybody rigged up with some warm clothes and sleeping bags if they needed them. And actually, I might like it on this side better. I think I'm going to like a couple little brads through there. Let me just grab some brads. So my bad day turned into a very excellent day, for which I am eternally grateful to this particular thrift store. They asked me to remove the tags because they wanted their donation to be anonymous. Which I did. And yeah, it was good. So it's still cold. I'm sure summer's not really over yet. We'll get some more warm temperatures before it's done, but in the meantime, this is what we have to deal with. Let's get this a little dirtier. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing with these edges that I did with the other one. Okay. I'm going to put some more Scotch tape over that and here, so I don't have any problems with things pulling in and out. And then so it's continued to be cold, super windy. So yesterday I spent some time, well, I was there from about 9 a.m. till about 2 p.m. I guess, just sort of helping people batten down the hatches. And you know, those that didn't have tarps, I took tents that I had torn apart, that, you know, they were garbage, and I cut that's not plastic, it's plastic, bottom of the tent, and then flipped it over on top of other tents to use as tarps. So hopefully that's gonna work. Better than nothing. But whenever I can find a tent, I use the money that I receive through donations on my Ko-fi site, my coffee site, my Ko-fi site. I want to say Ko-fi because of Kofi Annan. But at the same time, it's saying buy me a coffee. So I don't know. This needs a word, doesn't it? Like, what if I just use the word ferns? Just wondering if there's any words in here I could use. That's good. My fingers are going to be all gross. All right. I hope that this was interesting for you to watch. It was definitely a process. So again, here is number 13 with thread. And here is number 14, corrugated cardboard. So thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you thought this was interesting. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.